surrounded by streams of thought. We don't see these streams of thought, and we might not be aware of them. We particularly notice the presence of that swirling thought energy by its absence when we go out somewhere remote. And the quietness and the stillness, and to just be with our own thoughts, is quite different. And we may not experience that very often. So how do you know when you're tapping into a stream of thought that's sort of circulating around you, or when you're having your own thoughts? A lot of people, many of us, don't bother to make the distinction. We're just thinking and our thoughts carry us away. But because I'm making a practice of thinking, I want to notice, when am I having a fresh, original, inspiring thought? When does that happen? And what does that feel like? And what are all these other thoughts that are going on? Most of the time I'm thinking. We generally have some sort of thoughts in our head. Practicing stillness for periods of time is a good way to start. That's going to be my first recommendation. Is, of course, meditation, sitting in the garden, outside, listening to the waves in a cozy chair inside maybe, and set a timer for maybe 15 minutes is a good length of time. And close your eyes and listen to your breath. Don't worry about your thoughts. Some might fade in and out. It's that sensation of not thinking. What does it feel like to not think? It might feel strange at first if you've never given your mind a rest, but you will get the hang of it. Well, that's the first step. The second step to noticing when you're having your own thoughts is to listen to something really interesting. Lately, I've been listening to sonnets. I listen to the same sonnets over and over again because the language is so rich. And I let them just sink into me, they soak into me. Then afterwards, I'll notice that I have some sort of, inspiration, some idea, some sense of what these are Shakespeare sonnets, of what Shakespeare was trying to say that I didn't have before. So that was a new thought that I received from that attentive, contemplative listening, receptive. So that being interested, being curious, that's step 2. Now step 3 is to just notice, pay attention to kind of sensation that you might receive. That's letting you know that you're on the brink of something. I will get sort of a tingling. And I've become to recognize that tingling as, I'm going to have a thought. There's some interesting thoughts on the way. And I don't do anything. I don't push. I don't force. I'm just aware. I know it's going to pop into my mind. And then all of a sudden, there it is. There it is. And the more I become practiced at this, the more that I have that expectation that I'm going to receive this really interesting new thought, then the easier it comes and the more it flows. So those are the 3 steps: the meditation, being interested, finding something interested to get you started, and then being on the lookout, anticipating, that sense of anticipation and expectation. This can become so enjoyable, I found, that I want to do it more and more. And it's starting to take over. And other activities are getting pushed out of the way. I don't think I want to, answer all those emails. I don't think I'm interested in that. I don't know if I want to do that anymore. A lot of things are start to feel like busy work. And this could be just the result of my mind being more clear, because I find that often I'll get thoughts that just tie into everything. Everything gets tied up with a nice, neat bow, where I go, oh, this thought actually connects to that thought, it connects to that thought. But I'll just give a brief example. I was thinking about a meeting that I was planning. I wanted to have a little fun with it. And I thought about a Kahoots quiz. And I've done one before. And I went onto the website, and it was all different from what I remembered. It was a maze. I couldn't figure it out, and my mind started to get into that, that busy state. And I'm going, no, I recognize that. It's a log jam. It's a mental log jam. I'll spend an hour instead of 10 minutes, and I won't get anywhere. So I just turned it off and went and enjoyed the new flowers that were popping up in the garden. Let my mind settle. And then I had an idea, well, I bet this would work. And maybe I could try that. So I went back in and tried something else, just in a way of sort of a playful way. And then as I was doing that and finding what I wanted, and realized this is actually a lot of fun. This is really easy. Oh, I bet this would be a terrific project for one of my level 4 Toastmasters. More and more ideas started to come to me. It was so easy. It got done in maybe 10 minutes. And it was because of the practice in clearing my mind and in tuning into where are those new thoughts, where are those interesting thoughts, where is that, pinpointing what that feeling, because I've been practicing that, it just popped. And I'm recommending this if you're interested in having a clear mind and having your problems get solved so much easier and quicker. And, just in general, not even forget about the problems, just in general, enjoying things more, enjoying your own mind, opening your mind. It can be a wonderful place to live.